Man, how about that crowd today, man? We're just so excited to be back in this environment and feel the support of our fans. I'd be remiss if I didn't open up with that. We had an opportunity to get better today. We snapped the ball. Thankfully, today is the last day of acclimation, and so we're pushing more towards some football. Next time you guys see us, we'll be carrying full pads, and that's just a significant component of this process, man. We'll get an opportunity to stop speculating and start looking at the realities of play, and so it's a big day for guys. Couple injury updates. We talked about Claypool last time. Went down, wasn't able to finish practice with a shoulder. That can be characterized as day-to-day. Like I mentioned prior to that, Pat Freiermuth has a hamstring that can be characterized as day-to-day. Marcus Allen went down with a hamstring in practice. That needs to be evaluated before we describe the extent of that. Like I always mention, this time of year, bumps and bruises occur along the way, and it's an unfortunate component of the game, but what it is an opportunity for others. Man, we're running a little short at tight end today because of Freiermuth, and it gave a guy like Connor Hayward an opportunity to put his skills on display. I thought he stepped up and made some plays today. Casey did yesterday, obviously with Minka missing some of the time that he's missed, and I just make those points because that's what team development is about, man. There's going to be opportunities and windows of opportunity for guys to ascend and work in a different group or to get additional reps, and it's important that they ready themselves for those moments, and equally as important that they seize them. And so we're working on assignments and things of that nature, but we're also working on things that kind of represent the game of football. We get into the regular season and the starter gets hurt, man, it is a tremendous opportunity for backup. And so we get an opportunity to represent that in situations like this when we work. And just thought I'd pause and talk about that for a little bit. Now I'll open it up for questions.
What do you like about Connor's day that might be able to translate to?
Just highly competitive. He warmed up to the competition, and his skills were on display. He didn't shrink in the face of it.
Like you're a true-blooded football guy. How excited are you to put on pads, or for these guys to put on pads on that?
You'll feel it on Monday, I promise you. Looking forward to it.
Mike, along those lines, TJ Watt seems like he's having a lot of fun out here, really energized. Just what's it like for you last year? He's obviously doing the Holden, but to see him out here and thriving in this kind of environment.
TJ's being TJ, man. We appreciate that. He loves football. He loves to work. He loves to compete. It's guys like that you really want the young guys to pay close attention to. They have resumes and things that are respectable, but to watch them day to day, I think that's where the real learning occurs. You see why they're able to build the resumes that they have.
Does he seem even more energized to be at camp this year and fully participate in everything?
I'd be lying if I said yes. He's always energized.
What's it mean to have one of your guys now in the Hall of Honor, another guy getting in there with Heath?
Man, it's great to see Big Heath Miller, man. It's a cool thing to be in this position long enough to get guys to come back and to receive the recognition for their play and days. But equally as important, just to come back and see them share and spend time with the current player. I smile when I watch Pat talking to Heath. We had Vince Williams here today and Max Starks and others. We had Aaron Smith yesterday. That brotherhood, that fraternity, man, you can't describe it, but you feel it, and it is appreciated.
What's your best Heath recollection on the field?
I just love the fact that Heath worked in silence. You talk about a man of few words, man. Heath was a man of no words. But, man, you felt the intensity in his demeanor and in his play. And I just think it's a unique thing when a quiet guy still is able to display intensity and you feel it in his presence.
You got Kenny involved in 7 shots today. Is that something he earned or just part of the process of plan for getting his reps increased?
Reps are going to come, not only for him, but for everyone. We're at the very early stages of this. Everyone's going to get an opportunity to show their capabilities for sure.
What do you think of the throw he made?
Which one?
In 7 shots for Kenny that throw.
It's a bunch of throws, man. I'm not, hanging my hat on one particular play.
Do you expect to have Deontay do more when you guys put the pads on next week?
I'm not making any guesses about participation. I deal in reality and who we have working and what transpired today. We'll see what happens as we move forward.
You've seen Anthony Miller for a long time, and you've had him here for a year. What are your thoughts on that? What can you tell me about it?
This is his first opportunity to be on the train when it leaves the station. Oftentimes we pick guys up and they get on a moving train during the course of the season and so forth. It's good that he's had the totality of the offseason the learning process, and I think being a component of the entire process is showing in a positive way.